Hi everyone, I am Noor and welcome back to my channel Noor Codelogics. Today we are going to talk about how to use while and do while loops in the C# programming language. So basically, what are while loops? A while loop in C# repeatedly execute a block of code as long as a specified condition is true. Okay, so it is useful for situation where the numbers of iterations is not known beforehand. Okay, now let me directly show you the syntax of the for loop. I am in the development environment, so I am using the Visual Studio 2022, and here I have to show the while loop. So it is the basic syntax of the while loop. We write the while keyword, and then in the parentheses we pass the condition, and it is the body of the while loop where the code will be executed that you write. Okay, so it is the basic syntax. The while keyword, the parentheses, and inside the parentheses you have to give the condition, and then the curly braces, inside the curly braces you have to write your code of the while loop block. Okay, now I will give here a very simple, let me comment this code. I will just give you a very simple example of the while loop. Let me declare here a variable with the variable name, let's suppose uh, student id, and let's suppose its value is 1. Okay, and I will use the while loop, the while keyword, the parenthesis, and then the curly braces. So the condition is if I is less than or equal to 5, sorry, if student id, sorry guys, if student id, if this variable is less than or equal to 5, it is my condition. I mean this one. If it is true, then I have to print to the console the I value, the student value. Okay, let's me remove this. There is no need to convert the student ID to string. Okay, and then I will increment the student ID by 1. This means this line of code is equal to student ID is equal to student ID plus 1. Okay, now for simplicity I am using this one. Now let's me put here a debugger and let's me run the code. Step 4, the student ID is 1. Now this condition is true. If student ID is less than or equal to 5, because student ID is less than 5, now this condition is true. That is why the execution will come inside the while block. Let me show you. And here on this line, I am just printing the student ID to the console. You can see that 1 is printed, and now the student ID value is 1. And here on this line, I will just increment by 1. The value becomes 2. Now it will again check this condition in the iteration. It will check the condition. 2 is less than or equal to 5. Yes, 2 is less than 5. Now step 4, step 4, step 4, and here it printed 2. And it will increment by 1. Now the student ID becomes 3. Now it will again check the condition. The condition is true because 3 is less than 5. And now the student ID become 4. It will again check the condition. The condition is true. And now it will again check the condition. The student ID is now 5. So student ID is less than or equal to 5. Let's see. What do you think? The condition is true. Okay. Now it printed 5 here inside the console. And again, no, the student ID becomes 6. Now at this step, because 6 is not less than or equal to 5, that is why this condition will become false and the code execution will come outside of the while block. Now let's me step over and you can see that uh, next time the execution not come inside the while block. So it was a simple explanation of the while block. Now I will define here, I will show you the example of the do while loop in C sharp. So a do while loop in C sharp is basically is similar to a while loop, right? But the do while loop ensures the code block executes at least once. Okay, so regardless of the condition. So the do while basically I mean block in C sharp will execute at least once whether the condition is true or false. So the condition is checked after the code block has executed. Now let me show you. Okay. Now I will first comment this one, control K C. Now let's we move here, and I will show you just the statement how we can write the do while loop in C sharp. So the keyword do, the curly braces, and then here you have to write the while block and then the condition. Okay. Now it is basically the syntax of the do while block. Now let me show you some simple example. Now here I will define here a variable int student ID again. Student ID is equal to 1, and here let's me print something. Console.line the student ID. Okay, and here let's me put the condition. If student ID is less than or equal to 5. Okay, now here this do while block will execute at least once whether this condition is true or false. If student ID 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, whatever, at least this line will be executed. Now after that it will check the condition. If the condition is not true, then the while block will not be executed. Now let me show you. Oh, sorry guys, let me put here a debugger. I will stop. I am not incremented the student ID. Sorry for this. That is why it was running for the unlimited time, infinite time. So let me increment the student ID by 1. Okay, sorry, put the debugger here on the student ID. Run the application again on student ID. Okay, student ID is 1. Why its value not showed? Let me show you. Sorry, I think my program is again giving me the issues. No, student ID is 1. Okay. No, this block will be executed. You can see that 1 is printed whether the condition is true or false. At this time, the condition is true, but let's me change the value to 10. Okay. Now 10 is not less than or equal to 5, but at least the do block will be executed whether the condition is true or false. Now let's me execute again the code. You can see that at least the do block executed, that the 10 is printed. Now a step next, the value will become 11. 11 is not less than or equal to 5. No, the program execution will be terminated. No, let me put here some code. Console.line is equal to student ID. Sorry guys, like in this way. No, I will make again the student ID to 1. Let me run the application. 1 is printed, it's incremented by 1, so the student ID now become 2. The condition is true, student ID become 3. The condition is still true. 3 is printed, the 4 is less than 5, the condition is still true. 5 is less than or equal to 5, condition is true. No, at this time, because student ID becomes 6, the condition will become false and the execution will come outside of do while. So in the while loop, we see that if this condition is true, then this block of code will be executed. But here in do while, at least this block of code will be executed once and then it will check the condition. If condition is not true, then it will come outside, like in this way. If I make this 8, so this condition 8 is obviously not equal to 5 or less than 5, but at least it will execute for the first time. Let's see again. It is the do block executing for the first time, and no, the value become 9, and then here it will check the condition. Because 9 is greater than 5, that is why the condition is false, and no check that the program execution come outside of the do while block. No, it was about the while statement and do while statement in C sharp, how we can use the while, how we can use the do while. So according to your requirements, according to the business domain, you can use any kind of this block in C sharp programming language, also in other programming language. So thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe the channel so that I upload more content for you people related to .NET development especially. We'll meet you with a new topic uh, about this series. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you.